Hi everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my tarot channel. Um, so I wanted to make another little mini personal share. And I'm probably going to do some sort of course or something for development of intuitive skills because I feel like it's so linked to artistic skills, and I'm an artist. Um, so if you're watching this, perhaps this stuff is resonating with you. So I wanted to share a few experiences I've had. Just like a few. And I wanted to title this, meditation and a psychic gateway. So basically, when we meditate, we slow down our body, we slow down the nervous system, we slow down our mind. As humans, we're inundated by thoughts, so many thoughts. So what we can do with meditation is we begin to notice the thoughts. So yeah, as a side note, journaling and exercise are really good for, noticing the thoughts as well. But so basically the reason meditation is a psychic gateway is that once we can become aware of sort of the neurofeedback of the body, really, of the senses, it really heightens our precognitive skills and our awareness and our timing in life. So if you can do neurofeedback, I really suggest it, even though it might not feel like it's doing anything even for a long time. It does make you really aware of the synapses of the body and how that can lead to intuition. Also, Reiki, I really recommend in terms of becoming aware of your energy centers, and a healer can, alert you of the systems that are closed and how things are flowing. Anyway, so when we're meditating, there's a chance for a lot of experiences that can open the mind and the perception, and that can allow for different kinds of experiences, different kinds of spiritual experiences. So one experience I've had was remote viewing, which was meditating on my yoga mat in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, if you're a yogi, and seeing myself from above. So then people can take that to the next level, or a lot of people are into astral projection, which really is about mind travel, because all the world is in the mind, right? Everything, even though this earth that we're interacting with exists without us, it's also all in our head. So once you can grasp that, there's really a lot of things that you are open to. So remote viewing is one of them, astral projection, which really is jumping through dimensions of time, which could be, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but basically in one instance, it could be, just sitting somewhere and thinking of a moment in time and remembering incredibly vividly what happened and re-experiencing that based on energies, or based on, maybe something triggers. That is astral projection. Say that you smell something and then you're transported back to a time in your life in the mind's eye. Okay, so if you're still with me, some hippy dippy creepy experiences I've had. So I'm just saying that because a lot of people are very skeptical of these experiences, but I want to share them. So one time when I was visiting my family home, I think in my early 20s, my sister and I were going to bed late at night, and we saw a cat that was a cat specter. So we both corroborated that we saw it together at the same time. It was so obviously there and so vividly there. But, it was this white cat glowing with this huge aura around it. And we did have a cat that died. It was a white cat that died, like the last year. So, and then, we searched all over the house, my family, thinking that a rodent or an animal had gotten to the house, but there was nothing. So that was one crazy experience I had that happened actually in an emotionally heightened state. So that is one possibility, that if you are, or the person that you're with, if there's big emotions happening or there's like a big energy event happening in the day, you could attract a sighting or an image of, a ghost, as people will call them, but I don't like that word. So that was one experience I had. That was pretty crazy. Another experience I had was this woman I was working with. She let me do a reading for her, and I saw a castle wall, and I saw her as a child walking on the wall, and I saw an older man sort of guiding her, and I saw the letter W. And so she told me that made a lot of sense because her grandfather was from Wales, and Wales, there's a lot of castles there. So I did not know that. Another experience I've had is asking someone out of the blue how their family's doing, and being told that their sister just got diagnosed with cancer. That's like a less severe one, but that's something that happens a lot. Another experience I had was I have had situations where I've read people's minds, not in the way you're thinking, but I've had a lot of instances of synchronicity where I say exactly what someone is thinking in a weird time, in terms of detail that I wouldn't have known. So that's a more vague one, but yeah. And so the reason that meditation is a gateway for all these experiences is because if we can connect and detach from the mind, we can become a vessel for other things to come through us. And we can become aware of not only our life, but how we're linked to all the lives, how all humanity is linked. And so that, opens up the door to like communicating with spirits, to communicating with ancestors, to psychic downloads from other people. So another thing that I really value is I really like to do forecasting, which is, I've done a little of this on my channel. You can go way back and I have some of this, but that involves either runes or charms and a chart that has sort of areas of of your life. And then what you do is you throw the charms and see where they land. And I'm very accurate at that in terms of predicting someone's situation in life and where they are. Anyway, so the history of reading fortunes actually is really ancient, and the Celts would read the entrails of sheep to foretell the future. And in terms of being able to do that, in terms of being able to read signs and even things in nature, like Often animals are telling us, just the sight of an animal, the interaction with an animal is telling us about our life. Say you drive, the other day I was on the road and I was really rushing. I had so much going on, and I'm actually moving right now, and so really stressed, and I saw a turtle with a cracked shell on the side of the road. Pretty basic, right? Slow down, slow down. um but those signs are meaningful, and once we can learn to really tune into them, we realize that we're being guided and shown all the time by spirit, by energy, by source energy. So in terms of how meditation can aid in with, looking into the future, which you can also do, I also really enjoy doing that with progress charts, with astrology. You can look and see where everything is in terms of from your birth chart, your birth date till now, and of course the tarot. And even just picking up on energetic reads from people. Reading about human behavior is great. It's really excellent, and all the psychologists and psychiatrists and all the famous, Freud and Jung, definitely read all that. But really, it's about tuning into, another reason meditation can help is about tuning into your body. So how this person is, how their energy is making you feel. So once we become really in tune, it becomes easier to become a vessel for stuff to move through us. And it becomes more clear that our mission in life for the psychic, person is of service. It is a path of service to heal the world. So thanks so much. And one more instance I was thinking, I've also heard, I've also taken a lot of imagery of ghosts. My parents own a really old house, so I've had a lot of imagery where faces show up, and I've also heard singing in their house when no one was there. So I'm really open to a lot of these sort of phenomena. And I think that my main message is to not be afraid, and to realize that the more open you are to spirituality, and to letting your life be part of a bigger story, of God's story, that there's going to be more and more coming to you, more information that hopefully you'll be able to, get through with grace and ease, which we'll talk about next time in terms of guided protection and in terms of doing readings. So yeah, thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day, and I wish you luck on your psychic journey.